start recording. And this is today. We'll try to solve the HC VERMA problems. Okay. Now the rule is simple. Again, 2 minutes for each and every question to analyze. I'll not give you to solve. Okay. You don't have to bring the answers. What you have to do, you have to just write the formulas and check whether I am doing it correct or not. Okay. Means whether your way of solving the problem is matching with my way or not. Okay. So you just try that. And if you will have a little bit of confidence that your way is perfectly correct, you just tell to me. Okay. So let us do it. So we'll try to complete this rest and motion. Okay. So question number 1. Try this. I'll dictate it once. A man has to go 50-meter due north, 40-meter due east, 20-meter due south to reach a field. What is the distance he has to walk to reach the field? What is the displacement from his house to the field? बच्चों वाला क्वेश्चन है भाई, ठीक है ना? One minute. Okay. Try this fast. Everyone. What? Done. Yeah, it is simple. 50-meter due north. So person is walking 50-meter due north. Then it is walking 40-meter due east. East. This is 40-meter due east. Then it is walking 20-meter due south. So this is 20 meters south. Okay. This is how much? 50-meter, 40-meter, 20-meter. It is tumba easy. Yaar. Okay. So this will be displacement or not? This particular line will be displacement, connecting the initial and final point. This is my initial point. This is my final point. What is the distance over here? 50 plus 40 plus 20. That is 110. What is displacement over here? Simple. What that will be? This 20 is, this is 20. So how much is this length? Okay, I'll just try to draw one perpendicular over here. So I'll draw this perpendicular. This length is going to be how much? 30. This is 40. Root over 30 square plus 40 square. That is root over 900 plus 1600. That is how much? Root over 2500. Answer is how much? Displacement is going to be how much? 50 meters. Yes or no? So distance is how much? 110 meters. Displacement is how much? 50 meters. Tumba easy. I'm moving to next question. Yes or no? Okay. The questions. Everyone. Okay. Everyone. Okay. Now. Okay. Moving to next question. Okay. A particle starts from origin, goes to the x-axis to the point 20 meter, 0, then returns along the same line to the point minus 20, 0. I have solved this question. Find the distance and displacement during the trip. Do it fast. Yeah, wait, listen. Everyone, Hitesh, where are you? बच्चों वाला क्वेश्चन आज करा रहा हूं मैं. 20 मीटर. No problem. So देखो, this is 20 meter. Okay, it is moving towards the x-axis, positive x-axis. Okay, it has moved 20 meters. Then it is returning back to minus 20 meters. Okay, so this is minus 20 meter, 0. So it is asking what is the distance and displacement. So distance will be how much? First, this length, then it returns back to here, then it is going back to here. So how much is the distance? 20 plus 20 plus 20. That is how much? Distance is going to be 60 meter. Hey, mute your mic. Displacement is going to be how much? Displacement is going to be how much? See this. This is initial point. Here it is in here it is. Yeah. So from here to here, the displacement is going to be there, and that is going to be how much? Just 20 meter. Right or not? Okay. Okay. Moving to next question. I'll do these questions very fast. Okay. Because these are very much easy questions. Question number 3. Okay, this is question from our side. Okay, Patna is there. It is 260 km from Patna to Ranchi. Okay, by air and 320 km by road. Aeroplane takes 30 minutes to go from Patna to Ranchi, where deluxe bus takes 8 hours. Find the average speed of the plane. Find the average speed of the bus. Find the average velocity of the plane. Find the average velocity of the bus. Do it fast. Do it fast, everyone. So here it is my Patna, and here it is my Ranchi. Okay. So if the particular plane, if I go by air, means if I follow this kind of path, okay, how much kilometer it is becoming? It is just becoming 260 kilometer. Okay. If I go by road, means since this how why this road is why the distance of road is big, because it is not a perfect path. It can be curvical path like this. So to along this curvical path, how much is the distance? 320 kilometer. Okay. Now it is asking the aeroplane takes 30 minutes. 30 minutes to convert into hours, it will be better. So aeroplane in this path along the 260 kilometer, how much is the time taken? Time taken is just 0.5 hours. Right or not? And whereas the particular bus takes how much hours? 8 hours it is going to take. Find the average speed of the plane. It is asking average speed of the plane. Speed of the plane, average speed is going to be how much? Total distance by total time. Yes or no? Or yes or no? So total distance for the plane is going to be how much? 260 kilometer divided by time is how much? 0.5 hours. Got it or not? So that is your average speed. Question number A. Question number B is what? Find the average speed of the bus. Speed it is asking. So average speed of bus is going to be how much? Again, what is, yeah, so distance traveled by the bus is 320 kilometer. Okay. By time is how much? 8 hours. Okay. So that is average speed. Option question number C. Find the average velocity of plane. So average velocity of plane will be easy to calculate. Okay. What that will be? Yasmin, do not tell the answer. V average will be how much? Displacement by time or not? Tell me yes or no. Or yes or no. So you try to understand longer distance is how much? 320 kilometer. Displacement is going to be how much? 260 kilometer, because the particle is traveling from this air. Okay. So displacement is again 260 kilometer. Time is taking how much? 0.5 hours. So V average is going to V average for the plane remains same with the speed. Okay. And that is going to be 260 by 0.5 kilometers per hour. But then there is a last question. What is the average velocity of bus? So average velocity of bus will be different. What that will be? Okay, correct. Average velocity of bus is going to be how much? See this. This particular bus is taking this longer path or not? Means bus is taking longer path, but we know that velocity is what? It is total displacement by total time taken. So the displacement between this longer path is how much? 260 kilometer. Okay. But what is the time taken by the particular bus? The time taken by bus is how much? 8 hours. So 260 by 260 kilometer by 8 hour is going to be the average velocity of bus. Are you able to get me or not? These all three questions, everyone. Yes or no? Okay. Yasmin, संजना ओके, अंकित समझ में आया ना? अफन, निशांत, राधा समझ में आया? ओके, दर्शन, इज इट ओके? Everyone, Afan, Darshan, are you here? Sneha, okay? Sparsa, okay? Okay. Moving to next question. Question number 4. Now solve this. Simple, yes or no? What is the average speed of the car? It is asking. Hey, Hitesh is here now. Average velocity is 0. Why? Because it is saying that person goes from the home and then it is returning back after 2 hours. So average velocity is definitely going to be 0 because yeah, displacement is going to be how much? 0. Okay. So average speed is going to be 0 because displacement of the car is how much? 0. The person is starting from this much distance, this much reading, and it is like after 2 hours, how much is the reading? 12, 14, 6. So therefore, we can calculate the distance traveled or not. How much is the distance traveled? It will be 12416 minus 1235 2 kilometers. Yes or no? This is going to be how much? 64 kilometer. Now time taken is how much? 2 hours. So therefore average speed is going to be how much? 64 by 2 kilometer per hour. That is 32 kilometer per hour. Got it or not? Simple yes or no? I'm not going to pause over here. Okay. Question number 5. Now comes the thing. Now try to answer this question. This question is good. Take your time over here. It is asking an athlete takes 2.0 second to reach its his maximum speed of 18.0 kilometer per hour. Okay. What is the max? Wait, we'll have to check once. So it is asking what is the magnitude of the average acceleration. Now, this is the really. Are you aware of average acceleration? It is simple. What is the formula of average acceleration? I have told in the class only. I have done this topic that I have told now that average acceleration is nothing but your normal acceleration. Yes or no? And that has formula what? V minus u by t. Yes or no? Are guys, yes or no? Okay. This I have done in the class or not? Okay. So what is going to happen? Your average acceleration is similar with the acceleration and that is equal to v minus u by t. Now, it is saying that athlete takes 2.0 second to reach its maximum speed of 18.0 kilometer per hour. Now, its final velocity is definitely going to be how much? 18.0 kilometer per hour. And time is going to be how much? 2.0 second. The question is, what should be its initial velocity? Why? 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 He can start from 1 meter per second or also. Speed is zero when acceleration. It is talking about average acceleration. Got it or not? It is not talking about normal factors over here. It is talking about average acceleration. Now, average acceleration is going to be how much? Change in velocity by time. If your initial velocity, let's suppose if your initial velocity is something else, got it or not, at that particular time, let's suppose at that instant, velocity does not increase. So what is going to happen? Your velocity, if velocity doesn't increase over there, average acceleration is going to be zero. So to reach the maximum speed, you must start from at least like let's suppose if it is to when the maximum is going to happen. How to calculate the maximum and minimum? I have told already. You need to put some values dv. Like let's suppose acceleration is going to be maximum. So that means what? Acceleration has formula what? dv by dt. Yes or no? So if acceleration is maximum, to take about that, we need to put dv by dt is equal to 0 or not. That means what? We need to consider that particular means this should be equal to 0, and from here we can get the maximum speed concept, right or not? Now if you are putting this to be equal to 0, that means what we are saying that this particular function should start initially, right or not? Now what how to understand that whether it is starting initially or not? So now look over here. dv by dt, if I am putting 0, it will have two terms over here or not. So we'll have to check d2v by dt square. If it is less than equal to 0 at some time, I'll get a maximum value. Now what you will observe that at t is equal to 0, you are going to get dv by dt to be equal to less than 0. So at that time you will have what kind of acceleration? Maximum acceleration. Got it or not? So at t is equal to 0, since we are starting our acceleration, that means what? Initial velocity should be 0 over there. Got it or not? Yes or no? अंकित, हितेश, समझ में आया कि नहीं आया? बहुत दर्शन, is it okay? Afan, Nisant, Parinita, Radha, okay? Sanjana, Sneha, Sparsa, okay or not? Means this concept, are you able to understand me or not? What I told that acceleration is dv by dt. So to find whether the acceleration is maximum or not, okay, and okay, wait, it is asking about maximum speed. Okay, so it is going to reach the maximum speed. So we need to put over here. Wait 1 minute. We need to put. We know that v is equal to dx by dt. So that means what? We to check whether my speed is maximum or not, you need to calculate d2x by dt square. Okay. You need to put first d2 dx by dt equal to 0. Then you need to check d2x by dt square. If it is less than equal to 0, speed is your maximum. Got it or not? Now what you will find it out that at this particular case is mainly arriving for t is equal to 0. It starts from t is equal to 0. Okay. So that means what? If you put over here, if you try to find the equation out of it, what you will get at t is equal to 0, when the displacement is 0, initial velocity is also going to be 0 after applying this equation. So therefore initial velocity is going to be 0 and average acceleration is going to be how much? 18, you need to convert 18 into 5 by 18 meter per second. I have directly converted it, minus 0 divided by how much? 2. This is going to be how much? 5 by 2.5 meter per second square. Are you aware of or not? 1 kilometer per hour can be written as 5 by 18 meter per second. Remember this trick. Got it or not? Okay. Moving to next question. Question number 6. Is it okay or not, everyone? Any kind of doubt? No, na? Okay. Moving to next question. Question number 6. Speed of the car as a function of time is shown in the figure. Find the distance traveled by car in 8 seconds and its acceleration. So simple. Distance is simple or not? Speed, time is given. Distance, you know, speed into time it is. So you know that if A can be written as B into C, the graph of B of C. If I draw the graph of B of C, then area of graph under B and C is going to give you the value of A. Yes or no? This is you are aware. So here speed time graph is given. So area of speed time graph will give you what? Distance. Yes or no? So find this area. This is equal to half base. Base is how much? 8. Height is how much? See, it is going to 20. So height is 20. So 2 tens are 20. That is how much? 80 meters. So therefore distance is going to be how much? 80 meters. Okay. Now it is asking about acceleration. So you know the formula. Acceleration is nothing but final velocity minus initial velocity by time taken. Now look over here. At t is equal to 0, speed is going to be how much? 0 over here. Yes or no? So speed is 0. At t is equal to 8 seconds, your final velocity it is reaching how much? 20 meter per second. So 20 in time how much? 8. So therefore 20 by 8 meter per second square is your correct answer. Got it or not? Or yes or no? अहमद इतना लेट ज्वाइन करोगे? Are you able to get me or not? Okay. So this is going to be how much? Again 2.5 meter per second square. Easy. These are easy questions. Okay. Till 10 questions, the questions will be very easy. Okay. Can I move ahead, everyone? That's why I'm solving only till 10 questions. I'm not giving you. Moving to question number 7. Now try this. Now the level will start increasing slowly. Question number 7. Try this. No, I will not solve. I'll tell you one thing. The answer of this question is itself given in this particular question. Okay, answer is hidden in question over here. If you can read the question perfectly, you'll get the answer. Solve it fast. At least calculate the distance. Darshan, Ahmad, Banav, Darshan, hello. Ankit, अंकित आवाज जा रही है ना? अफन, अफन जिंदा हो? निशांत, आर यू देयर? प्रणीता, राधा, संजना, स्नेहा, स्पर्शा, ओके, Yasmin, Hitesh, all are here. Just, Hitesh, you are telling the answer. Tell me. 1,000 feet. No. Mm-hmm. If I say 800, I'll kill you if you. हितेश, बताओ यार इसको, इसको बताओ यार, रॉन्ग रॉन्ग बता रहा है. हाउ मच इज द आंसर, हितेश? Okay, this is first time. This is NEET. It has came in your NEET exams also. Okay, right or not? So this was in NEET exam and it is in JEE 2003 also. Okay, this question. So now look over here. See this. What is given over here? Acceleration of the car is started at t is equal to 0. What it is written? Acceleration of the car started at t is equal to 0. So that means what? Car starts at t is equal to 0. That means what? Initial velocity should be how much? 0. First important thing. Now, the acceleration time graph is shown over here. Okay. For first 10 seconds, it has acceleration how much? 5 meter per second square. Now, we need to find the distance. We know the formula. Distance is what? Ut plus half at square. If time and acceleration are known, initial velocity of the car is how much? 0. Time is how much? Till 10 second I have the acceleration 5 meter per second square. So till 10 second plus half of acceleration in this 10 second is how much? 5, and then time is how much? 10 square. How much you got from here? So you will get over here displacement to be equal to 250 meters. Got it or not? So how much? Sorry, acceleration is given in terms of feet, so you will get the answer as feet. So displacement or distance in this first 10 seconds is how much? 50 meter. So now you try to understand. Please look at the graph carefully. What do we observe? That for first 10 seconds we have the acceleration. Okay, then for 10 to 20 seconds there is zero acceleration. From 20 to 30 seconds we have some kind of, which kind of acceleration? Negative acceleration. So you try to understand, can we, like, if someone asks you whether that this negative acceleration means going towards the backside or not, so we'll try to check that. Okay, now look over here. In first 10 seconds you calculated the distance how much? 250 meter. But at end of 10 seconds, since acceleration was present, you need to calculate what? You need to know whether there is a velocity present over here or not. So velocity at the end of 10 seconds is going to be how much? At the end of 10 seconds is going to be how much? U plus 80. Apply that. Initial velocity was 0. Acceleration in this whole 10 second was 5, and time taken is how much? 10. So therefore velocity over here at this point 10 is going to be how much? 50 meter per second. Yes or no? Sorry, 50 feet per second. With this 50 feet per second, you know that since acceleration is zero, what will happen? The particle will start traveling with constant velocity or not. So what is going to happen from 10 to 20 seconds, particle will have which kind of velocity? Constant velocity. Okay. Now, how much is the distance covered in this with respect to this constant velocity? S2. Let's suppose this was S1. S2 is going to be how much? Velocity into time t. Velocity is how much? 50. Time is how much? 10 second over here. So therefore displacement or distance traveled is how much? 500 feet. Got it or not? Or yes or no? Everyone. Are you able to get me or not? Ankit, Radha, Darshan, Ahmad. समझ में आ रहा है ना? Okay. Now look over here. After that, I have the negative acceleration. Already I have told you. First check what is the velocity at this point, 20. So here the velocity remains same. That is going to be how much? 50 feet per second. Got it or not? What is the velocity at here? You find out that first. So velocity over here at 30 second is going to be how much? What is the initial velocity at the end of 20 second? It is equal to 50 feet per second. So 50 minus what is the acceleration? 5 into time t, how much time it is taking? 10 seconds. So here you what you observe, the velocity is going to be how much? 0. So you try to understand, first velocity was positive, then velocity become constant, then velocity from here from 20 to 30 second, it is decreasing, it is not getting negative. Look over here, velocity at 30 second is not getting negative. Okay, not getting negative. So if velocity is not getting negative, guys, you know now that the retardation is happening in which direction? Retardation has happened, have happened in forward direction only. In forward direction. Got it or not, everyone? Or yes or no? There are two kinds of retardation. Retardation in forward direction, retardation in opposite direction. So here velocity is decreasing in the forward direction. So therefore distance is traveled in forward direction. Let's suppose, I'll give you one example. This is my road. If here the velocity was 20, the car which was traveling over here, okay, and here the velocity is becoming 0, car has traveled this distance. Okay, therefore whatever distance it has traveled, this will be total distance counted, like it will be counted as a total distance. Okay, so in this region try to calculate your distance, that is s3. S3 is going to be how much? Initial velocity is 50. So 50 into time it is taking how much? 10 seconds minus half of acceleration over here is how much? 5 and into time 10 square. Why I am putting minus? Because negative acceleration is present. Okay, so this is going to be how much again? 250 meters. Got it? 250 feet. Okay, so here also S3 is how much? 250 feet. So therefore, can I say from this example that distance is equal to displacement, and that is equal to how much? 1000 feet over here. Got it or not, everyone? Yes or no? Guys, now say me yes or no at least. Everyone. Okay. अमर समझ में आ रही है ना? Okay. Now it has asked to draw the graph of displacement time graph. It has asked that draw the displacement time graph. Okay. Now that is a very typical question. Okay. Think about it and draw it. I have drawn this graph in the class. Three reasons will come. Actually, like H.C. Verma sir has drawn straight. I don't know why. Okay. So this is my displacement or distance. This is time, 10 second, 20 second, 30 second. First in 10 second it is traveling how much? 250 feet. Here it is traveling 500 feet. Again it is traveling 750 feet. Okay. So actually, like if you see H.C. Verma solutions in everywhere in the books, what he has drawn the linear graph. Okay. But actually, what you observe for acceleration time graph, displacement is varying inversely proportional to time. Yes or no? Like t square, it is varying. Okay. Now, since it is a positive t square, so from 1 to 10, what kind of graph I will get? Is I'm going to get a linear or what kind curvical graph? Tell me first. With this, tell me, linear or curvical? Curvical, yes. So actually what you are going to observe that from 0 to 10 what is happening, acceleration is present, positive acceleration. So for positive acceleration graph turns downward or not, tell me yes or no. I have drawn that na displacement time graph. There are two kinds of displacement time graph. Displacement time graph one in which graph up bends upward and one graph in which graph bends downward. This kind of two kinds of displacement time graph is there. Here velocity is positive, okay, but acceleration is what? Negative. Here velocity is positive and also acceleration is positive. But or not, please check the previous lectures if you don't know. Okay, now look over here. From here 0 to 10, what has happened? Acceleration was present, positive acceleration was there, and positive velocity was also there. So particle moved from here to here in this fashion. Okay, now what happened from 10 to 20? 10 to 20 we have a constant velocity, so distance traveled will be also constant. Means what is going to happen, since acceleration was 0 and constant velocity was there, so we'll travel uniformly over here from 10 to 20 second. Yes or no? After that, what is happening from 20 to 30 second, again velocity is what? Velocity is still in decreasing trend, but velocity is positive or not? See here at 30 second velocity is 0, so that means what? From 50 to it has been bent over 40, 20 like that, and it has gone to 0, but it didn't went to negative. So therefore velocity is positive, but what is negative? Acceleration is negative. So for that, what kind of graph I will get? I'll get a graph like this way. So this is the graph of this particular question. Understood or not? Or yes or no? Everyone are able to get me? I have done one question based upon this, okay? And I'll do one conversion graph in the online class because Darshan is or he is not in the class. Okay, one question I'll do. Okay. So moving to question number 8. Can I move to question number 8, everyone? Yes or no? Okay. Moving to question number 8. Question number 8. Now look over here. See this question. Velocity time is given. Distance, displacement, acceleration. Easy, tumba easy problem it is. Do it fast. It is 10:09 here. I was trying to solve 25 questions in 1 hour. It is still 8 questions right now. Asparsa, what is the initial velocity given over here according to the graph? 2, correct. Okay. So look over here. At t is equal to 0, we have an initial velocity how much? 2 meter per second. Okay. Now, from 2 meter per second, the velocity of car increases to how much? 8 meter per second. Yes or no? In time, how much? 10 seconds. So acceleration is what? Final velocity minus initial velocity by time. Final velocity is how much? 8. Initial velocity is how much? 2. So 8 minus 2 divided by time, it is taking how much? 10. So 6 by 10, that is equal to 0.6 meter per second square. This is your acceleration or not? Okay. Now move to next question. What it is? It is asking the distance traveled in 0 to 10 second. Correct. Okay. So distance traveled will be what? First, which formula I'll apply? We are aware of velocity. We are aware of time. We are aware of acceleration. So you can apply this formula better. B square is equal to U square plus 2AS, or you can even apply S is equal to UT plus half AT square. You will get the same answer. Okay. So v square, final velocity is how much? 8. So 8 square, initial velocity is how much? 2. 2 square, and that is equal to plus of twice into. Acceleration we got as how much? 0.6 into displacement. Word or not? So if you apply this, what you are going to get? You are going to definitely get your displacement. I think it will be 64 minus 4 divided by 2 into zero point 0.6. That is going to be how much, guys? See, it will be 10 over here, and here it will come as 60. So therefore, displacement is nothing but, or distance is nothing but how much? 50 meters. Got it or not? Yes or no? Now look over here. Is there any kind of change of graph? Means is there any kind of like graph is turning down or graph is turning up? No, na. So that means what? The velocity direction is not changing at all. So if velocity direction is not changing at all, what is going to happen? The distance traveled will be equal to what? Displacement also. So therefore, for option C also, displacement is going to be how much? Magnitude of displacement is going to be how much, guys? It is also going to be 50 meter. Are you able to get me or not? Or yes or no? Easy, easy peasy. Okay, move to question number 9. Yeah. Figure E34, whatever it is. So the graph of x coordinate of the particle going from x axis as a function of time. Find the average velocity 0 during 0 to 10 second, and the instantaneous velocity as 2, 5, 8 and 12 second. Tumba is a problem, do it fast. Logic. This question is totally based upon logic. Okay, one logic I'll give you guys. I'll give you one hint. Try to understand that. Okay. If you can understand that, first draw the triangles. Okay, complete the graph. Draw these triangles. This will help you. Okay, now look over. See this. Okay, first going to we should go to average velocity. It is asking find the average velocity from 0 to 10 seconds. Okay, so now look over here. See this. What is happening? So look over here. How to calculate average velocity? Formula of average velocity is what? Average velocity is nothing but total distance, total displacement by total time. Yes or no? This is your average velocity formula. Now look over here. What has happened? From till 2.5 second, the displacement traveled by the body is how much? 50. Okay, so first time is how much? First write over here. See, till 2.5 time, what is your displacement? 50 meters. Yes or no? Add the like now give the addition symbol. Now what is happening from 2.5 to 7.5? Try to understand that the particle is at rest. If I am saying this line that from 2.5 to 7.5 seconds, what has happened? The particle is at rest. Look over here. Why I am saying this? because displacement time graph is constant between this time interval. It is only constant. Try to understand, this displacement is not changing between this time. So therefore displacement is going to be how much? The particular displacement of the body is still going to be how much? From 2.5 to 7.50. So from 2.5 to 7.5, how much is the time gap? 5 seconds, yes or no? So for 5 seconds, what is the distance traveled or displacement done? It is equal to 0. Now put the addition sign again. It is asking that find the average velocity from 0 to 10 seconds. Now look over here. From 7.5 to 10 second, that is 2.5 seconds. Again, in this 2.5 second, again the particle has traveled how much distance? 50 meters, yes or no? So therefore, in this 2.5 seconds, how much is the particle traveling? 50 meters. So therefore, average velocity is going to be how much? 100 divided by 10, that is equal to 10 meter per second. Got it or not, everyone? Yes or no? Yes or no? Hitesh, Nishan, Ahmad. Okay. Ankit, okay. Afan, Nishan, Pranita, Radha, Sanjana, Sneha, Asparsa, Hitesh, Yasmin. Okay. Yes or no? Okay. Now, moving to next part, from 10 seconds to 15 seconds. Okay. What it is asking, instantaneous velocity at 2, 5, 8, and 12. Now, try to understand. The graphs are drawn for 2.5, 5. Okay, 5 is given over here. 8 and 12 is unorthodox. Means these are unorthodox graph given over here. So, how to calculate? You know that 2 seconds is going to lie over here or not? Tell me yes or no. On this time axis here, what is going to lie? 2 seconds. But you try to understand that I can to find the particular what I'm going to say, to find the speed at 2 seconds. What we need to do? We know that velocity is what? Distance by time. Yes or no? Velocity is going to be how much? Distance by time. Now, if velocity is distance by time, what you are aware of that if I like let's suppose if we have xt graph. Okay, so in the xt graph, what we know that this angle theta, this tan theta is going to give you what? It is going to give you the perpendicular x divided by time t, which is equal to what? Velocity. So if you can calculate the slope, this is also called as what? Slope of the graph. So if you can calculate the slope of the graph, you can definitely know the velocity of the body or not. Tell me yes or no. So now look over here, from 2, like from 1 to 2.5 second, from 1 to 2.5 second, whatever triangle you draw over here, whatever triangle I'm going to draw, what is going to happen? The velocity of the body is going to be what? It is going to be constant. Why? From what I'm saying, from t is equal to 0 to 2.5 second, since angle theta is similar for all the points on the graph, and therefore what does it means? That from 0 to 2.5 second, the particle is moving with which kind of velocity, guys? Constant velocity. Yes or no? Everyone, are yes or no? Got it or not? Hitesh, Radha, okay? Nisant, okay, yes or no? These things are okay or not? So now look over here. So therefore, whatever will be the velocity from 0 to 2.5, it will be the similar velocity for 0 to 2, or it will be the similar velocity at 2 seconds. Yes or no? So what is the velocity at from means at 2.5? It is going to be how much? Look over here. Sorry. So velocity at 2.5 is going to be how much? It is going to be tan theta of xt. So look over here. Perpendicular is how much? 50. Time is how much? 2.5. So 2.5, 10 goes over here. 25, 20 meter per second. So therefore, speed at 2 second is how much? Velocity at 2 second is nothing but 20 meter per second. Got it or not? Or yes or no? Now look over here. It is asked about instantaneous velocity at 5. Now look over here. At the 5, particle is at rest or not? Tell me yes or no. Particle is totally at rest. So therefore, at 5 meter per second, what is the velocity? 0. Yes or no? At 8 meter per second, again it is asking. Look over here. Here it is asking at this point. Okay. again 8 what time 8 over here. Okay, now look over here how to calculate this. You try to understand in this triangle. Okay, so I'm just trying to zoom this triangle. I'm drawing it over here. Okay, what kind of triangle it is? Like this way. Okay, this is what, this is 7.5. Okay, I'm drawing the base over here. This is 7.5, this is 10.0. Okay, this is 8. Okay, this point is how much? It is not on 0, it is at 50, and this highest point is at how much? 100. Got it or not? Now look over here. For both the triangle, let's suppose I name this A, B, C, D, E, F. For triangle A, B, like for triangle A, C, D, for this bigger triangle, let's suppose the angle over here is how much? Theta. And that, but sorry, it is the same. For the triangle A, B, E also, this similar angle theta will be there or not? So that means what? What has happened? Whatever the velocity will be at, if I select all of these points, let's suppose I select point P1, I select point P2, I select point P3, I select point P4. Whatever point I select at each of these points, what is going to happen? Velocity is going to be similar. So first find the velocity at 7.5. Velocity at 7.5. Instead of finding the velocity at 7.5, find the velocity at 10 second directly. So velocity at 10 second is nothing but what? Tan theta again. Now, here tan theta is again going to be how much? So it is this length, that is 50 again, and here it is how much? 2.5 again. So 50 divided by 2.5, that is equal to how much? 20 meter per second. So again, velocity at 8 meter per second is how much? 20 meter per second. Are you able to get me or not? Sneha, Sanjana, Radha, okay or not? Nisant, Afan, Ahmad, समझ में आ रहा है ना? अंकित, अंकित क्लियर है कि नहीं क्लियर है? बताना. बस ये सब चीजें छोटी छोटी चीजें हैं, करते जाओ. उसके बाद पूछ रहा है कि वेलोसिटी एट 12 सेकंड. ओके, वेलोसिटी पूछ रहा है 12 सेकंड के ऊपर. नाउ यहाँ पे देखो डिस्प्लेसमेंट डिक्रीज होना स्टार्ट हुआ है, यहाँ पे पूछ रहा है मतलब इस पर्टिकुलर टाइम पे. अगेन उसके लिए भी क्या सेम है, ये पूरे इस ट्रायंगल में तुम नोटिस करो ये एंगल थीटा सेम है कि नहीं है. बट अगर मैं इस थीटा को कंसिडर करता हूँ तो ये एक्चुअली दिस थीटा कैन बी रिटन एज 180 माइनस, means this angle, this particular angle with the positive x-axis can be written as 180 minus theta. And actually slope is defined for the positive x-axis only, remember that. Okay, so therefore here velocity will be what? Negative, not positive. Got it or not? Okay, so here velocity is going to be how much? So velocity from which time 10 to 15 seconds is going to be actually negative. Why negative? Because we know that tan 180 minus theta is what? Negative value. Got it or not? Okay, now look over here. Can you calculate over here this tan theta or not? So let's suppose I am calling it at theta prime. Okay, I'm representing it by theta prime. So tan theta prime is nothing but how much? Perpendicular. Perpendicular, this is how much? Again 100 by base how much? From 10 to 15 it is, the velocity is negative. So 5 over here, it is going to be how much? 5 2s are 10, 20. So now look over here, therefore velocity in the region from 10 to 15 is going to be how much, guys? It is going to be minus of tan theta prime, yes or no? Minus of tan theta prime, that is how much? Minus 20 meter per second. So now look over here, it is asking the velocity at 12. So at velocity at 12 second is how much? Minus 20 meter per second. Are you able to get me or not? Or yes or no? Everyone, is it okay? Got it or not? It is okay. Ankit, Radha, Nisant, Yasmin, okay or not? Afan, अपन तो भाग गया है मुझे लग रहा है. अपन आता है ज्वाइन करता है उसके बाद सो जाता है. अरे झूठ ना बोल. अपन जिंदा है. अपन पढ़ाई कर रहे हो ना. परिणीता, संजना, स्नेहा. परिणीता, परिणीता भी सो गई है. संजना, स्नेहा, आर यू स्लीपिंग? ओके. स्पर्शा, शी इज completely slept now. Okay, so all of guys are here. Okay, now last question. I think till 10 we'll be only able to solve this much of the question. So now look over here. What it is asking? From the velocity time plot. Okay, now look over here. Velocity time graph is there, not the displacement time graph. So calculate. calculation will be hard. So it is asking find the distance traveled by the particle during the first 40 seconds. Okay, what it is asking, find the distance traveled by the particle during the distance. Okay, remember that, not displacement. During what time? First 40 seconds. Got it or not? Okay, and also find the average velocity during this period. Try to do it. Huh? I can't hear, guys. You have to tell it little bit loud. 100 meter. 100 meter. Okay. So now look over here. Again, velocity time graph is there. So distance will be what? Area under the graph or not? So area of this equilateral triangle plus area of this equilateral triangle will give you distance. Okay. But displacement, if I ask you what is going to be displacement, look over here. Displacement is going to be zero actually. Why? Because this is the, try to understand here, velocity is increasing, then velocity is decreasing. Then again velocity is increasing, then velocity is decreasing. So therefore that means what? First particle's velocity increases from 0 to there. That means what? Displacement is here what? Positive. Here displacement become what? Negative. Here displacement is again positive. Here displacement is again negative. So total displacement becomes how much? 0. So distance is going to be how much? Area of equilateral triangle 1 plus area of equilateral triangle 2. Got it or not? So now what will be that area? Simple. What will be that area? You divide this whole equilateral triangle into two parts. Got it or not? Simple, yaar. Why you guys take things very hard? Divide this whole equilateral triangle into two parts. Okay. So the area of this part will be how much? It is going to be half. Base is, this is going to be 10. So 10 into height is how much? 5. Got it or not? So this is the area of this region. Multiply it by 2. Yes or no? So what you will get? 50 over here. 2 will get cancelled. 50 for this whole triangle. How much is the area for this whole triangle? 50 meters. Okay. So 50. So similarly also here also you will get what? 50 over here. So distance traveled is how much? 100 meters. Yes or no? Now displacement is 0. That means what? Average velocity of the particle is going to be how much? 0. Yes or no? So this is your answer. Are you able to get me or not? Are yes or no? Okay, these are easy questions. These are most easiest questions which were given over here. Now the level will increase. Okay, so from question number 11 to 25, since this is already 10, it's 10:30. So tomorrow actually I have to wake up at 6:30. I have the class at 6:30. Okay, so these are question number 11, 12 like this way. Okay, so we need to solve all of these things. So just complete your DPP by today night. Tomorrow we'll solve this from 10 to again extra. Okay, and tomorrow we'll complete one. First we'll complete one theory part, then we'll complete the numerical also. Okay, so tomorrow it will be a little bit long class. Okay, तब तक के लिए bye bye, good night, take care. Okay.